driving round the long winding road, we passed the Slate Mill and we headed over to the lake because this is where the car park was for the area. The car park isn't big, it probably houses 10 to 12 cars, so it's not huge, but considering we're there for a couple of hours, we didn't see a soul, so that's probably okay for the amount of people that go to the area. The lake was absolutely beautiful. As you can see, it's quite blue, and there were signs around the lake which told us that this was because the lake is full of dangerous algae, blue and green algae, and it's really important that you keep out of it. Same for dogs, must keep them on leads around this area because it's not safe for them to drink or go into either. So as we were looking around, we could see some abandoned buildings and we were keen to walk over there to go and explore them further. We kept the children out of them all times, and they were just happy and content running around on the grass outside the buildings, while I popped in to just go and take a closer look. As you can see there, we can see where the chimney places were. We're just panning around now and we're looking out of the windows and the doorway. Look at the view looking across the lake. Between 1859 and 1867, this would have been a buzzing place of industry. And what they did was they built 36 homes for the workers, and they all had a quarter of land each. And the idea was that they could supplement wages, as the land would allow them to grow their own crops and raise their own livestock for food. But that was not an easy thing to do because the ground here is acidic and peaty, so it would have been really difficult to do. I'm just pointing out there that the support for the window has fallen out, as we saw just previously. Some of the windows did still have the supports in, but a lot of the structure of the building has actually fallen, which is why it's really important to take care while you visit this area. Just having a further look there, you can see that there's lots of nature that has taken over the building. The roof completely off, and this is just the front here. Here is the stairway for the outer building. And as we can see, one of the beams has completely fallen down there and wedged its way between the side of the building and the ground. This really made me stop in my tracks. Look, you can see the perfect latch there that's still in place. It's weathering, but it would still be fit for purpose today. We're just walking away from that main building now, and we can still see there's some structures as we leave there. When I visit places like this, I always think, I wonder how long it's been since somebody was walking here and exploring this area too, especially given how quiet it was. When we was walking away, we followed the tracks. You could see that a car had been up there, but I don't think it's suitable for cars, whether it's a farmer that works the land and was attending to the livestock there. It is somewhere that you have to walk and go through these gates. It's a much more straightforward route, and it's a lot quicker to get to the houses going this way rather than going through the fields. Just heading back towards the lake and just having a last look at it before we head down to the Slate Mill. Now, the Slate Mill was built in 1856 to 1857. The slate that was dug out there was not good quality, and because of that they had to use it to make flooring, windowsills and gravestones. At the time, the market was booming for roof slate, but the quarry could not take advantage of that because the slate that they had there was not fit for this purpose, and the quarry never returned a profit. It would have been really hard, really damp and cold conditions working there, and I couldn't help but take a moment to think of the workers and their families that had once walked in these footsteps, and what would the morale have been like working there. The windows are church-like, and it frames the landscape beautifully. As you can see, there are some small like fence structures that are in place there. It wouldn't stop somebody from falling, so if you do have young children, it's really important that you keep a close eye on them and keep them away from the drops. When this quarry closed down, it was used for religious ceremonies, and at one point it was also used as a small school. By 1871, the village here was completely abandoned. And if you'd like to see more of our outdoor exploring and play adventures, do make sure that you subscribe to our channel so you don't miss anything that we post. Thank you so much for watching.